Well, first of all, I'm British. Can you indulge me and explain what that is in your hands?
This pot, this golden pot, is the Heisty Pudding Award for Woman of the Year.
And what does that mean to you?
What does it mean to you?
It means to me that you're obviously somebody that's feted by all the students here.
It means to me that I'm going to have a hell of a fondue party when I get home.
Where are you going to put it, or is that a rude question?
I think it's going to go up on top of the fireplace. I think it'll reflect the orange glow rather sweetly.
It's very brave of you to come here because you do open yourself up for lots of fun at your expense at some points. What's the most unusual thing that was said to you today, or were you expecting everything that came up?
No, I think probably the Home Alone 3 reference was a little painful. It wounded me slightly, only on the surface.
You're a very good actress because you couldn't see.
Yeah, well, thank you. Yes, I tried to hold it all deep inside, but it was all in good spirits. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too. You know, I'm sure that Woody probably would have been opposed to my impersonation of him, but other than that, it was all in good fun.
And the nudity, does it, you know, have you taken on board what they've said today?
What do you mean taken on board? What do you mean?
Well, they were obviously big fans and obviously being very ironic, but they did cite that you wore less clothes than more clothes on some occasions.
I guess so. I know I never realized that vanity cover. I never realized I was that naked before until it was blown up into a poster size format. Yeah, it was large.
There's a long line of luminaries that have been awarded this golden pot that you've broken.
My pot's been very noisy.
It has, yeah. Did you speak to any of them about what to expect? Because you just worked with Natalie, and obviously she knows this space pretty well.
I had absolutely no idea. I mean, I just heard, like, men in drag, there's a roast, and there's a beautiful dinner afterward, and, you know, which sounded like fabulous to me. And I don't think I've ever asked. Had never known any Heisty Pudding recipients before. So I feel now that I can pass my wisdom on to the next poor unassuming customer, you know.
And what would that be? Wear more clothes because it's freezing?
Yeah, wear more clothes because it's freezing. Just because you think you look silly in those giant Ugg boots, it doesn't matter. Wear them, and you know, that, and I guess brace yourself. Brace yourself for some for the roast. It was interesting, that's for sure. I could hear my mom cackling the loudest in the theater. I was like,
"Shut
Mom."
up. You're still very young, and the interviews that you do, especially in print, you come across as very intelligent. Do you wish that you could come to somewhere like this?
That's debatable.
But you could, in a different landscape, come and do something like this. Would you like to come back to a place of this learning?
Would I like to attend Harvard? Is that what you're asking me?
Or somewhere like this?
No, I think I'm done with school. I think you know, college was never something that it was never an experience that I thought would be right for me. But it's certainly fun to come here and interact with all the students, and you know, everybody here that's graduating is pretty much the same age as myself, so it's fun to see what they're going on to do, and a lot of them are in similar situations to a lot of my friends from home, kind of figuring out what career path they're going to take, and it's exciting to see America's youth, America's finest, you know.
Well, there seemed to be some romance blossoming on stage. That you're going out for a date later.
You know, I mean, I take it where I can get it, you know. What can I say? It's all in the Valentine's spirit, you know.
I have to talk about music because a lot of people wouldn't necessarily know, but you're recording an album.
I am, yes.
And what kind of album is it? What kind of music influences you?
It's actually an album of Tom Waits songs. I love Tom Waits. I've always loved Tom Waits, and I thought that it would be interesting to kind of reimagine some of his ballads. He's an amazing songwriter, and so I'm recording that in May.
Is that intimidating? Because if you do look up to somebody's songs that you're going to sing, you feel that you want to do it justice?
For sure, it's definitely intimidating. You know, I've looked for the approval of, you know, all the powers that be, and so far it's all, you know, everybody's like, go, do it, and so I feel like I've been kind of encouraged to do it, but it is intimidating, definitely, because it's stuff that, you know, you're working on something that's, it's kind of fragile, you know, it's sacred ground, but I think it's going to be fun.
You're almost the Swiss Army knife of actresses. You can do comedy, you've done huge films, you get nominated.
I like that analogy.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, sharp around the edges.
Well, exactly. You can open a jar or a bottle of wine. But you've done music now, and you've also done the pop video, which I saw last night for the first time. It's very racy.
Yes, that's what I hear.
You have not seen it yet?
I have not seen the finished product, no. I've been traveling a lot and kind of all over the place, but I will get a copy.
But what was the process like to work on something like that? Because presumably it's very different from film.
It actually wasn't really very different from film. It was kind of like a mini film, actually. So it was very similar. I mean, there was dialogue that was written by Nick Cassavetes and Sam Baer. Yeah, and Sam Baer directed it. So it was kind of, I don't know, I felt very much like we created kind of a little story, a short story with characters and
car crashes
and car crashes and love affairs and you know, scandal and intrigue, violence.
That sounds like the review of the video.
Yeah, right. I'm sure.
We've got a little present for you as well because you've had the Heisty pudding. We'd like to give you the.
Mmm, tasty pudding. Thank you. Thank you. Move over a little golden pot.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to tarnish.
Forget the golden
This will
pot
last a lifetime.
Let me see this. Hold on. Wow. That's unbelievable. Really?
You've chosen your words very carefully there.
I love the little sticker as well.
Exactly. It's that little tea. Well, I did that last night.
You did it all yourself?
I did.
You sweetheart.
I know.
The calligraphy and everything?
I spelt your name twice wrong, so I have to do it again.
Aren't you a charmer? Is there anything you can't do?
Yeah, but we can't talk about that on tape. Thank you very much.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you.